What's cooking, Juventus fans? Welcome back to your old lady's favorite YouTube channel, and I'm excited to announce that today is finally a match day. It is match day Friday. Juventus are touching down in the United States, and they will be taking on Deportivo Guadalajara out of Mexico, and we're excited to see how that all unfolds. But first, we got to talk about the news. There's plenty of Mercato stuff to get to. Stick with us. We'll fill you in. Ciao ragazzi, welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone. My name is Justin Sofro, and today it is Friday, July 22nd, 2022, and of course I got your latest rundown of all things Juventus, all the news you care about each and every day. It is the rundown. Like I said, guys, if you haven't done it before, you know the first thing I'm going to ask you. You know what I'm going to do right now? I'm going to need you to smash that like button. Hit the thumbs up. Give us a lot of thumbs up. It really helps the channel to continue to grow, to bring you more great content. We have a lot of fun stuff ahead of us, especially throughout the rest of the season. I'm looking forward to the big matchup tonight. Juventus, well, Guadalajara, Deportivo, they should win that match, but who knows what they're going to throw out there. I'm excited, though, to see some of these new players, some of these new key pieces, maybe hopefully get a little bit of run and definitely see how this team and squad is definitely coming together. I also forgot, maybe while you're hitting that like button, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you haven't already, join the community at the Bianconeri Zone, become a Bianconeri Zone member, all that good stuff while you're at it. Also hit the bell icon to stay notified for all of our latest videos. Now let's just get into it, the news that is, and let's go ahead and get the guys, I'm not going to say that you don't care about, but the lesser stories out of the way first. Okay, let's do that because we have the hard-hitting ones we really got into. First up, let's talk about it. Juventus reported, or not reported, they just told you. Zaniolo will not take part in the tour in the United States due to a muscle issue. All I have to say to that is congratulations to signing Zaniolo for 3 more seasons. There you go. Way to go, Juventus management. We definitely didn't need a player like Molina anyway. Good on you. All right. You know I couldn't go one day without something negative. You know that's what we do here. They've done a lot of great things in this Mercato. That's the one thing that I really is a bugaboo that I wish wouldn't have happened. All right, continue on. Romeo Agresti comes out here, and he has some more updates talking about another player that I just don't care about. After the Sampdoria track cooled down, there was contact between Piazza and the Bianconeri management, who reiterated to him how he does not fit into the technical project there at Juventus, hence his exclusion from the U.S. Tour. You may not want to go Sampdoria, but you better find somewhere else, because we ain't got room for you, bud. Talking again, the next one up is, of course, Aaron Ramsey. He's always in the list of people that I care least about when it comes to Juventus. I'm sorry, guys, this is harsh, but it's absolutely true. Fabiana Della Valle reporting that the termination of Ramsey's contract could arrive in a matter of days. Juve are offering €2 million as a severance package. The Welshman wants $4 million. Do the math. Cut it in half, give him 3. There you go. The agreement could be soon found around €3 million. And then hopefully will be the last time that I will have to mention Aaron Ramsey's name on this channel in the news report ever again. All right, let's continue on. And now we got to get into actually some good news, some interesting news when it comes to Juventus. And that, of course, is the next one, is talking about Nicola Fagioli and his future with the club. Romeo Agresti reports saying that Juventus are gradually moving forwards in their plans to extend Fagioli's contract. There's been contacts over the last few days. So we've had a lot of people we know on the channel, and I mean, I myself am very interested to see what key pieces of the youngsters will actually remain with the club. Well, this is your first step to seeing that Nicola Fagioli may end up staying and actually being a part of that midfield moving forward. Does that always mean that? Could he still go on loan? It's a possibility, but I think he's put out there that he'd rather either he wants to stay and be a piece of Juventus' future, or he wants to be sold. So that's a good move going forward for people that are big Fagioli fans. I know there's a lot of them out there. Now, we know one piece that could make up the future of Juventus' club, then with Fagioli staying. What else about the actual makeup of who's going to be starting there in that midfield? Well, Romeo Agresti has that update. He says to you, I believe that the starting midfield of Juventus will be Weston McKennie, Manuel Locatelli, and that of Paul Pogba. That was the same one that started against Pinerolo, where they actually played really well, obviously. Again, it's Serie D squad or whatever it is that they're playing against. Don't take it. Take it with a grain of salt, but don't take a lot from it. I like this lineup. I was interested to see Locatelli, Pogba, who would be that third piece. Would it be Zakaria? Would it be Weston McKennie? It looks like Weston McKennie is getting that first go-ahead. We've seen the rumors out there that, of course, Juve would like to use Zakaria potentially to potentially move him, which still surprises me. But I'm glad to see my boy Weston McKennie getting a little bit of that recognition and a little bit of that faith that appears to be coming his way. There's other midfield pieces, obviously, that I'd like to see get some more playing time. But if that's like our mainstay one, if you know you have a go-to one, let's do it. Let's see how that one rolls out here. Okay, let's continue, though, and talk about the moves in the Mercato. The Mercato is not done. As I said, if you watched the live yesterday, I faithfully believe that right now when it comes to the Mercato, it is definitely probably halftime. If you want to look at this Mercato season like a game, it is halftime right now. Juventus are up pretty decently at halftime. You sold De Ligt. Yes, you lost a little bit of money on that, but you ended up getting Bremer. You ended up getting Pogba and Di Maria on freeze. Got Cambiaso, whatever that is. Now it's time. What are you going to do the rest of this Mercato? Well, I don't know that I was as certain as this, but it looks like if you're believing the words of Alfredo Padula, that Juventus could actually still be going for three more players before the Mercato is done. Padula says that Juventus would sign at least three other players from now until August 31st. Ramsey could rescind his contract. Robbie and Archer are for sale as well. Later, I will mention something significant. So there you go. And I don't know if this was when he was doing his live thing. We have a lot of other comments from this post, this whatever. Yeah, I guess it was a video that he was putting out. I get the translation because I unfortunately don't speak fluent Italian yet. Code word. Let's continue on though, and maybe we will get and cover some of that news. Well, Alfredo Padula, one of the things he did mention is about Arnautovic. And Arnautovic actually being a serious contender when it comes to a player that could come into Juventus. He says, today Arnautovic went to the offices of Bologna. The Austrian told Sartori that he would like to be transferred in case an offer from an important club, i.e. Juventus, is presented. Arnautovic is a concrete objective for the Bianconeri. I think also he mentioned something along the lines that Napoli also could fall into that, especially given I think this is a time in his life he's aging. He's not going to be the starting guy, but if he can be a backup on a Champions League team, he's going to want to do it. He's want to get his opportunity. So keep an eye on Arnautovic. I still think this is probably one of those in the Mercato deals. And also I just wonder, because there's a lot of attacking style players that Juventus are rumored to be into. I don't think all three of them are going to be attackers, right? It's unlikely. So, but we'll see, though. Okay, let's continue on, though. Talk about a player that's not an attacking style player that has been rumored with the club, with Juventus. That, of course, is Milinkovic from Fiorentina. Romeo Gresti, though, kind of saying, not putting it to bed, but just saying there's not a lot to it right now. He says, I can't find any confirmation from Milinkovic. It would be difficult to see Rugani leave Juventus. So, and by that, what he's saying is, at all possible for the idea of Milinkovic to come to Juve, Rugani would have to be out. One of the things we talked about, of course, was Bologna being an option if he were to go to Bologna. But again, I just don't see it. From what we've had with Juventus players recently, they do not want to leave the club. They don't want to. They believe that they're all UCL, caliber. Everybody always thinks that they're the top tier guys and that they don't need to leave and they don't need to move out. Well, Rugani's probably going to be another one of those guys that's going to hold on for dear life and refuse to go to Bologna. That could unlock a few things. If obviously Rugani goes there, Arnautovic come the other way, and then you could see Milinkovic coming to Juve. Again, I don't think the sequence of events is going to happen, but this is what a lot of people are floating out there. Let's continue on. Talk about another thing since we're talking about Milinkovic. What about center backs at all? Alfredo Padula is reporting saying that Juventus could sign, in all calmness, another central defender. But at this moment, it's just not a priority. First solution is needed for Rugani. The more and more I hear this kind of line of thinking, the more and more I think it's going to be the next Mercato or so that you're really going to see any kind of active role being taken place for Juventus to really pursue another guy to go alongside Bremer. Bajashile, Paul Torres, depending on if Paul Torres is still around to get him at that point. We'll see. All right, here we go. I got to do this every single time. This is worrying me too. I gotta talk about this topic, and I'm not happy about it because it just keeps coming up. And it's becoming the bane of my existence. But here we go. It's Paredes. We got to talk about this bum once again. For Juventus, Fabiano Della Valle reporting the main candidate for the regista role is Leandro Paredes. The contacts with PSG have started for some time, and even with the entourage of the Argentine who already gave his okay to the transfer. Gazzetta dello Sport also reporting saying that for Paredes, Juve has been in contact with PSG for a while. The player already gave his okay. A swap deal with Moise Kean never took off. Paredes is valued at around 30 million euros, and he is on a 7 million euro salary per season. Here's my thing. And I've talked on this channel. I let Julian convince me with this nonsense, saying that if Arthur, Rabiot, Ramsey, get all these guys out of here, get them gone, then would you be okay with taking him? And I kind of bit in the knee a little bit, and I said, fine, I'd rather have one Deadwood player rather than three. I know there's a lot of people who not like, there's a few of you all out there that like Leandro Paredes and think that he can bring some things to the club. Fine, maybe. But here's my issue. Nothing about this player and his makeup. It's a weird situation because he continues to be rumored with the club. There continues to be that linking from Juve and Paredes. And I don't know if it's a Paredes side and the PSG side that are pushing it on Juve or not. But what I don't understand in this situation, in what world do we think that this management who is doing great deals, this management who is cutting wages, who is cutting the fat, if you're trimming the fat off of this program, getting rid of the players that are on tremendous salaries, tremendously overpaid, but you're going to bring in a guy like Leandro Paredes for 30 million euros, paying that kind of money in some formation, some way, somehow, and then you're going to pay him at least 7 million euros per season. Get the hell out of here. There is no chance in hell that I believe that Arrivabene and Arrivabene are going to fall victim to that kind of deal. I don't think so. Maybe he takes a massive pay cut. Maybe something else works out with it. I don't know. But also it kind of confuses me because the way I looked at it, the valuation I had thought for Paredes was lower than that of Moise Kean. Now it's like really close, potentially dead even. I don't know. And then PSG, who were after Moise Kean, were interested in bringing him into back to PSG, and now they say no to that. Like, no, if you're telling me that Paredes is not part of a swap deal with Moise Kean, no, sir. Let's continue on. Moise Kean, though, is a topic, and Romeo Grassi reported saying that a month ago, I would have thought that Moise Kean would definitely leave the club. But now let's see. This tour could change the future of many players. The latest rumors when it comes to Moise Kean is that he is in fantastic, phenomenal, if you will, shape. That he is good to go. That he is ready to ball out. That he is in peak physical fitness. Let's see when it comes to actual how he's playing on the field. Plenty of guys who are, built like a brick wall. Guys that are just absolutely shredded. That talent-wise, that when it comes to actually scoring, when it comes to actually playing well, So we'll see. We'll see. Maybe Moise Kean is better. Maybe he's taking this thing serious, and maybe he's trying to get his career in line. Maybe he wants to stay at Juve. We'll see. Let's continue on though and talk about the final, well, not final, but two names. All these names are somehow related, and it's trying to put together this puzzle piece and trying to figure which one is going to cancel out which one and which one's going to actually be the one to stay in the end. And that, of course, we're going to talk about my guy, Zaniolo, and the situation going on with Big Z. Alfredo Padula reports saying that Juventus now could revise their plans to sign Nicolo Zaniolo from Roma. At this moment, though, the priority is getting a regista like Paredes. I don't know. I mean, Again, I would say overall, a lot of the rumors, the sources out there in this Mercato have been hit and miss. And when I say hit and miss, I mean either you're dead on or you are way the bleep out in space. Because some of these, I don't know where they're getting the information from. And I want to credit, too, also to Arrivabene, who also said in an interview, basically saying, there's some of these rumors where I don't know where they're getting it. It's nonsense. It makes no sense. Could have been the rumors we talked about Kostic. I think Kostic is one of those rumors. I wonder if Leandro Paredes, I pray that Leandro Paredes is one of those situations, but it's been repeated so often it doesn't seem like it. But it could be. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Juventus have a loaded room, piling up with bodies right now when it comes to the midfield. A lot of useless bodies, a lot of dead wood, but at the same time, you don't have room for another average player. Another okay player like Paredes. It doesn't make sense to me. And if you're going to say either or Paredes or Zaniolo, especially with the amount of love that's been tossed out there from Juventus, from the management, from whatever, long time for Zaniolo. Zaniolo right back. He wants to come to Juve. I have a hard time buying that. It doesn't make sense to me. I'm trying to process in my mind how this makes sense, and it just doesn't. And I understand the criticisms for Zaniolo. We're not doing that today. I just don't understand. It's either Zaniolo or Paredes, two players that don't play the same position at all. But somehow these are related in the Mercato. And then we talked about before where it was Juventus didn't have money. Di Marzio was throwing out nonsense, saying, Juventus couldn't afford Zaniolo. They need to sell De Ligt to bring in Zaniolo. And now that they have money, they have the money left over on the table. Oh, it's Zaniolo or it's something else. I don't know if they can afford Zaniolo. To me, the only thing that makes sense is that this is all posturing by Juventus. It just seems like posturing, and they're going to get, we talked about earlier in the video about how there are potentially three more signings for Juve. To me, it just sounds like posturing from Juve with Roma to try to get a better deal in the situation. If that's it, that's fine. If they're really trying to move away from Zaniolo to bring in guys like Paredes, or even to bring in the last guy we talk about, it's Morata. To bring in Morata back? I'm sorry. He's had, how many times does he need? How many opportunities, how many chances does he need at Juve? Do we just got to keep just giving him a revolving door? Just come on back in. Come on back in. It's good. Whatever happens when it comes to Morata, he's going to be a backdoor player. He's going to be a substitute. He's not going to be a starter. So to me, would I rather have Morata, and I'm not saying he's injury prone like Zaniolo. I understand Zaniolo had two ACL issues, but Morata's getting older. His career is winding down. Is he going to have the same kind of output that he's had this season when he's not starting? I don't know. I just think, to me, I'd rather move on to a guy who has a little bit more of a future. Anyway, let's get through the last parts of these. And then we move into this, and this is where the Zaniolo news comes out. Romeo Gresti saying at the moment, without any sales, Juventus could only afford signing one player on either on Morata or Zaniolo. Again, like I just said, I gave my argument. I pick Zaniolo. Morata one doesn't make sense. And again, it's one thing that doesn't make sense, but they keep saying without any sales, like bull bleep. Bull spit, if you will, without me cussing. Bull spit. I do not believe that for 1 second. You're going to tell me that Juve can only afford one of those guys when either one of them you're going to get on loan. You're going to get them, Zaniolo for 10 mil. Morata, probably maybe the same price. Maybe you get him for a little bit cheaper because Atletico Madrid have no other options because he has no other quarters. So at the same time, it just doesn't make sense. This doesn't make a lick of sense to me as a Juventus fan. I'm sure more news is going to come out in the recent days, and I know right now we're in a holding position, and it makes a lot of sense because right now it's Juve are really probably trying to focus on making sales. Like I said, it's halftime. The team, even if you buy Zaniolo, Morata, whoever, they're not going to go join them in America late. I doubt it. I don't think so. So I think right now it's going to be focused on the sales, and then maybe some more realistic news will pop up. And I know I'm getting angry over here, and it doesn't make any sense why I'm over here ranting when I'm talking myself down off the ledge. When I am the guy who's saying it doesn't make sense. When I'm saying, Justin, just chill out. There's probably be more news that'll make more sense in the coming weeks or days. I'm getting frustrated. I'm getting really frustrated with the situation. After I was just happy and talking about how great Arrivabene and Arrivabene have done. All right, the last bit of news, though, if you want to take this man for his word, especially given for what we said, though I think he's already kind of proven, maybe don't believe it. A Twitter user, Juventina, if you will, has posted a video earlier. I think it's been taken down since then. But she posted a video saying, with somebody asking this to Arrivabene, and Arrivabene responding. He said, "Are you working on bringing back Morata?" To which Arrivabene gave a flat no. As in, no, Morata's done. His time at Juve is done. And here's the thing. He says that. Do I believe it? Do I buy into it? I don't know. I don't know if we're being honest. He again, just like he said about the this Mercato, not a lot happening, right? Not a lot's going to happen in this Mercato. We have, it's between a World Cup. A lot of players don't want to move because of World Cup. That's not true. I mean, maybe some don't, but I haven't seen it. When it comes to Pogba, Di Maria, guys who are probably going to be key pieces for the France and Argentina national team, and they're moved for free. Bremer, who I know he's not playing for Brazil or whatever, but he's a top player. He's moved. I mean, again, I know he's not playing. We'll see. Brazil, maybe Brazil really doesn't see the shine in him, and maybe Italy can scoop him up. I'm hoping. Obviously, Italy aren't playing in it. But my point is, overall, is when it comes to the Mercato, these things do not make sense. Arrivabene saying no about Morata, I would like to believe that, but at the same time, he's proven that they'll say one thing and do the other. Which is fine. You don't owe any of us a proper response. You don't need to give anybody a preview. We don't need to see their playbook. It's not necessary. We don't need to see the playbook of the Mercato. We like to. That's why we run this channel. That's why we do stuff, because we like to get the little morsels, the leaks, everything out there. We want to know. And then I want to bitch and complain because I'm not getting Zaniolo. That's what we like to do. We'll see what happens. Like I said, I'm going to tell myself while I'm telling you guys, even if you're not a Zaniolo guy, if there's other players that you like, take a chill pill. Telling myself this, calm down. Potentially 3 more players. Your guy, your gal. Well, it's not a gal. This is a men's league. I don't know why I need to throw that in there. But somebody else that you like could be coming. We'll see. Is it Arnautovic? Is it Zaniolo? Is it Paredes? Is it Morata? Maybe it's somebody else that I didn't say. Anyway, that'll do it for the news section of this. All I'm going to say real quick is just obviously exciting. Juventus are in my home country, the land of the free, the home of the Whopper. Here we go. Juventus playing in the USA. Unfortunately, I won't be able to be there in person to see the matches, but I will be doing watch-alongs here on the channel. Make sure you tune in live with us on the channel. You'll see us doing watch-alongs. Hopefully, Julian will join us. I know Alejandro plans to do it. I plan to do some as well all throughout this process. Join us, hang out, have some fun, and we can definitely see what we're going to look forward to, and hopefully we'll have some exciting moments there to really get us hyped up for this upcoming season. If you haven't already, do me a favor, hit the like button, smash the subscribe button, hit that bell icon to stay notified for all of our latest videos. And let me actually do a reminder for you guys on the channel real quick, because I don't know why I wouldn't. Right here, we have a giveaway that we're doing here on the channel. We will be giving away an official Juventus Paul Pogba shirt. How do you enter? Make sure you subscribe to the channel, going on Twitter. Find the post that we did it, tag a friend, and then also retweet that post as well, and then you'll be entered in to win the official Paul Pogba shirt from us. And then also, let me also throw in just 2 more things. Consider joining the member squad. Member squad gets you a lot more opportunities if you join at the premium level. You get all the badges, emojis, wallpaper, Discord chat, all that fun stuff. But then you also get 5 times the opportunity to be entered into that giveaway and all the giveaways we do here on the channel. Better opportunity, more bang for your buck. And then the final piece, we are also doing a members prediction league here on the channel for only our members, so make sure you consider joining that member squad. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll do a lot of BS talking back and forth. It'll all be entered on using the Discord that we have, so you have to have access to that Discord, so you have to be a member. For all the predictions throughout the season, you get 3 different places that will be rewarded, and they're all really good rewards. The very first one, obviously, first place, you get the official Juventus shirt. You get to pick whatever you want, name, all that stuff, badges, all that good stuff. Second place, you get a €50 Juventus store gift card, and then third place, you get a free whole year of membership to the Bianconeri Zone member squad. So a lot of cool stuff, a lot of fun stuff we're doing here on the channel, and we'll continue to do a lot of fun things here in the coming months, coming years. We'll be here for all of it. Anyway, like I said, hit the like button, smash the subscribe button if you haven't already. Follow me at Justin Sofro on Twitter. Follow Bianconeri Zone, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. I'll see you guys next time. Forza Juve, Forza Bianconeri.